to discuss what is the concept of the data type. If I'm talking about the data type in a Python, so we have again the number, integers, and float values are there, some complex values are there, and also the data structure like the list, set, tuple, and the dictionary. So similar in R programming, we have a data type like the categorical and the numerical. And the categorical data based on the nominal or the ordinal, and the numerical data is can be continuous, it can be discrete. Like continuous, like age, weight, and the temperature. It is a continuous data. And the discrete means it is just like a true, false, yes, no, something good, better. So something like that data is a Boolean manner, like 0 and 1, true and false. So data type categorical represent characters like categorical, nominal, and ordinal, obviously. So the represent thing like gender, job, type. Can also take numerical value like 0, 1, 2, but have no mathematical meaning. Like nominal means red, green, blue, etc. It's a nominal data. And the ordinal is a like graduate, PhD, PG, something like that. Matrix. Now, what is the data type numerical? So again, I want to discuss the numerical thing. Represent the measurement like the salary, age, stock price. It is a continuous data. The data will be changed and data will be increased time to time. And represent count like number of flight discrete variable like 0, 1, etc. So basic data structure in R, if I'm talking about, anyone want to discuss like the data structure in Python? So I think now is your office time.
So are you saying you're talking about the if when it's the numerical the so sometimes it equals the one is the value,
Yeah,
meaning that it's true, and then zero meaning not true.
yeah, yeah. The 0 and 2, that is called as a discrete, like the Boolean result.
Okay. And data type would mean your is that are we talking or are we referring to your CSV types or like well, can you give me an example?
Yeah, if I'm talking about in R programming, just I'm going to there. Like I'm just want to store like the employee code. So if employee code is 101, so I can just press Control Shift and Control Enter. But there is no output. The output is no. The reason is that empty code. So the output is here. Now I want to check out the type of this particular variable. Now the type and emp code. But there is no type. So we have some another method. Just a minute. So you can check here also when any value we are try to print here. So it is just a numeric value. And if I'm just passing here the age, so the age is just like 26, and it is also the numeric, but it is a continuous data because the age will be changed time to time. Now I have printed here. Now if I'm just saying like the address, so like the address is USA. In R programming, definitely the numerical vector, logical vector, and the character. And what is a vector? What is the use of vector? So something like that. If I want to store the information of number of people ages, so how we can do this? Like similar, we are just storing the data in a database like a SQL. but the SQL is just a database to store the information. A vector of numerical value, we can store the multiple value like 23, 34, 45, 65. So these are the 5 value, these are the vector, and I store in a particular variable, and it is a variable name. You can name as per your requirement. You can give any name, and C function combine the value. How we can do this? Like similar in R programming, I have used only the one value here. So it is just a simple age. Now I want to pass here multiple age. So I can pass here C, and you can pass here like 25 and the 30 and the 16 and like the 35 again. So it depend on you what value you want to use. Now select this one and just press Control Enter. You can see I have stored multiple value. After that, I can perform something like that. Some age. I can easily total them. The total of the age is this one, and the average age, like if there is no thing available, so you can store this particular value. Like I can use any value like total age. You can give any name as per your requirement, and like the average age, you can pass any, and the total age divide by 5, and now try to print average age. So you can see, so it will automatically calculate the total average.
How you get the command to generate an output? Do you do import, calculate output? Like how does that work?
Actually, we are just creating the logics, and if we want to load the data, yeah, hi. So if we want to load the data, so some other things are there, some libraries are there with the help of this one. Just a minute. I want to give some external example, but this time is not like suitable, and because we are just starting from the scratch. So like if I'm just load to the data, so we can load in R programming directly any data, whatever we like. But these things I will discuss later. Okay. Like similar in Python, we can load some external file, then we can clean the data, then we can visualize the data. So this kind of we can apply here. Now we are just learning the basic syntax.
I got you.
Okay, good. Now the thing is that how we can do this. The next thing. Now it is just a thing vector. Okay, so Prem and Sri say Vijay. Any question, any problem which you want to ask me?
No, sir. This is straightforward.
Okay, good. So now it is just a vector of the numeric value, like started from 1 to 10. What is the think of this one, 1 to 10? Like someone want to print the value in the R programming, like any value, a ID and 1. So not just a ID. Actually, you can take any value and range 1, comma 20. So you can print up to 20 number. It is a very flexible as compared to some other value. So it will print 1 to 20. But now the thing is that I want to print the total. So I use here the colon. Colon represent the range in R programming. And if I want to use the directly, so definitely you can print with the help of directly, no need to this one, you can use the print function. The print function is very useful. This one. But I want to use the C for the concatenation. So when I print the concatenation with the help of concatenation, so you can print the value directly one to this one, but the print T is not there. So print is a function to print number of value, like something like that. So we are just ready. We are just creating the some basic program in R programming, and after that, when we are comfortable, then will we start some advanced things in Python also. How we can load the data, how we can clean the data. Definitely, we will discuss one by one. Now the sequence is also the function in R to start any number 1 to 10, then we want to print only the number after 2. So we want to skip something. How? The similar, you can print the sequence like 1 comma 10, and I want to print the value something like that. If I started from 0, actually, yeah, we want to print only the even values. So just print 0 to 4, something like that. So it is a scenario in a R programming, and we know very well R programming is mostly used for the statistician, and we can use some statistical methods. So definitely I will discuss one by one also. Now, now it is a Boolean or a logical data, or you can say that a discrete data, like true, false, true, false, true. It is just a value true and false. How we can do this? Like any value and the data. So it depends on you what kind of value you want to assign. True, false, it depends on you. It's just a Boolean data. You can say that a discrete data. And now try to execute this one, like true, false, and true. Got it, class? Actually, it is all about the data structure and how we can store simple value and how we can store the multiple value in our programming. And after that we can find out, like here I have find out the total of this one. If someone want to use the R programming, some basic things should be clear. Do not start
Sir,
directly. Yeah,
so for the true false, so why not we can use like print instead of like data?
yeah, exactly. So when we want to check the condition, like if I want to check out the age, so those people age is like the age is 20. I'm checking here the age is greater than 18. So those people age is greater than 80. I want to print here eligible for job. And again the else, I want to print here not for job. So what the thing is going on, just select and press Control Enter. You can see I have printed here eligible for job. Why? because the age is 20 and I'm checking here, so it is a boolean result or a condition. It can
So
be
is there a
true.
way I could get those pre data sets that's already built, or are you just showing me how to do this from scratch, right?
Right, right.
But there's a place I can get the data set, like from the like a library. I can get this data set.
Yeah, we have the library and we can load some external data here, like read CSV file. We can directly read here. We can pass any file to load here. Like someone want to load any file, any CSV file, some built-in data is also there. How? You can check data and you can check these are the built-in data sets available in a R programming. If you want to check out any data set like the orange, go back to the
What
screen.
you press control, is something else.
Data.
How did you? Oh, data. Let me write that down. Data what?
Data is a function. It will show the built-in data sets available in a R programming for the educational point of view.
Okay, that's what I needed.
And after that, I want to check the particular data set to view here like orange. So if I use here the orange data set, so when we print this particular command, so it will show the data like tree, age, circumference. And if I want to perform some calculative work on this data set, if I want to print some other data set like view, air quality, it is also the data set. Now select them, just press Control Enter. So it will show this kind of data set. It is ozone, solar hour, wind, temperature, month and day. So we can perform any numerical work on this particular data. But we can load any data from the CSV. We can supply here this data. When we want to load this data set, so we have to use any value, any variable to store them. Now you can see the data will be displayed here. If you are saying this data is lengthy, so you can use this one for the starting. And one more thing is also this one, read.csv. And I have to check out this data in a CSV or not. So this data is available in a CSV or not. If like some data is not available in the CSV, so how we can do this? So I will discuss later one by one how we can load and how we can view some different kind of the data. Got it, class? No need to create manually this data set, because the data set, lots of the data sets are available there. Like someone want to check out some other data like BOD, oxygen demand. So these are the data set for the educational point of view are programming provided here. The IRIS data set. And like I want to print the IRIS data set. So it is a file, you can say that. Just print them. Again, it will loaded our data. It's just viewing the information about the data which available inside the R program. Okay. So now I'm just discussing about the type of some basic thing, how we can store the particular value and the data types and how we can apply some logical task, because the difference between R programming and the Python, you can compare them. If you are just mentioning the if condition, you can see the Python basically based on the indentation. So there is a indentation. You can compare both of them, see the result. You can compare the result, both of them. So it is the R programming syntax and it is a Python programming syntax. Both things are same, but in the Python we can perform some machine learning concept, and also we can perform the statistical things and some ML projects and the like some AI work. But the R is mostly used for the statistician. Like someone want to start some advanced work, so firstly have to clear the basic syntax knowledge. Got it, class? Any question regarding what is the difference between the Python and the R? I'm just giving the example, live example to you, the syntax difference basically. So it is depend on the indentation, but the R programming is not depend on the indentation. We can start here, definitely we can start here, no problem. So it depend on us. Got it, class?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So that's the reason we are discussing one by one all the R programming syntax, and we are understanding what is the data. Data, you can take the external data also in R or a Python. I will also discuss. You can fetch out data in any platform. You can web scraping there. You can fetch out data some websites. You can fetch out data some CSV file, some API. It depend on you.
Can I scrape AI APIs?
Yeah, the web API we can directly scrap here to the scrap the data from the websites.
Word. Okay.
Now the question is that when the vector of the Boolean values are there, now can we store some different values on a city? Obviously, China, India, Singapore, and the Denmark. So these are the thing basically we can use here. Country name, data, and you can give any name. It depend on you. C is just to concatenate all these things, and USA, then India, and China. So these are the city name and the data. So it is a text based data or a string data, you can say. How we can check out? So we have a function, So what is the thing is going on? You can check out the particular thing, just press the enter. So the value is character. You can also check out this particular type of value. What is the value and the type of this one? You can check it is double. And like someone want to check out the type of the address, just press them and execute them. Again, it is a character, but it is not the character, it is a boolean. So how we can check out it is a boolean or not? It is a boolean, or you can say that it is a logical. So these are the value which we can find out the type of this one. Okay, class, you are enjoying this one. You are getting my words which I am discussing.
Yes, sir. Mhm.
Very good. So
So wait, so I see you got India, China, and London there. Is that a way to for me to do something like a? Can I create a different language? Oh shoot.
yeah, we can specify the size. We can give any value. It depend on us how kind of value we can supply here. The basic thing is that with the help of this C basically used to concatenate the multiple value and to print in a single. I can print here. So it is a single thing. If I want to pass here like R programming, you can check out. And because if I want to write any value from Hindi and English, so you can print Hill, you can print Spanish also, but we cannot change the syntax to this syntax into Spanish. It will not work. But we can pass the message to the Spanish and some other like French and some other programming word. So it is a R programming syntax, and it is my thing and my character which I'm just passing here. I can pass hello, thank you. We are just printing our programming. We can print into the Spanish. We can print any value, this one, whatever we like. It depend on us. And if I want to print them, so it will print on the screen this manner. We can print Spanish, we can print any word, we can print Hindi, English, whatever we like. Now, checking what kind of vector. So the class basically a function used to check out the type of vector. Obviously, so class is a function. Just look like type of. So it is just a character. Again, if you want to try to execute this one, and the similar we have a function type of data. So the same we have. Now the thing is that now we have a two data. First one is number as a string 20, 35, 17, 80. Unfortunately, the data is presented, the numeric data is presented and available inside the double inverted code, and the double inverted code is just a character value or a letters. I want to convert these value into the numeric. So with the help of as.numeric function, we can convert any data type. We want to total them. How we can do this? Firstly, we want to supply here the salary, but I want to total the salary, but I am just supplying the 50 and the 60 and the 70 and the 80. So it is just a salary. But if someone want to calculate, someone want to total them, the salary, so the salary will not be total. It's just saying a error. What kind of error? Because the sum function cannot perform on this. The reason is that the value is not the numeric. This value is just converted into the characters. So the first thing is that we have to supply here the salary again and s dot integer. So as dot integer function is used to convert the data type. Now if I want to print again these things, now you can see the total salary. Clear doubts? So it is a logic behind this one. If I want to load the any data set, like if I'm just want to fetch out data from month, but I want to total month, find out the average of the month and to find out the wind average, but the data is in a available in string or a text. How you can do this? So we can use this function as dot integer to typecast the data. Got it, class? It is just a basic thing of the R programming. We are just clearing the basic understanding. Then we will start some data manipulation work in R. If you have any problem, any questions, so you can discuss with me. Feel freely ask to uh, ask your problem.
So on that one, like it's that salary is in like
Yeah,
the character form. That's why like when we do like the sum, so it gives us the error, and as we change to the integer, it will take that one.
yeah.
So that's what it happened, right?
Yeah. So whenever we load some data from other things, but that we want to perform some aggregation like multiply, divide, subtraction, mean, mode, median, and then we want to perform some statistical work. So we are not able to perform until the data is not a numeric format.
Mhm.
So that's why we are just converting the data into the numeric. Create a vector of employee ID, convert the vector into the character vector, obviously. So these are the functions. Now the class, it is very important. Simple arithmetic operation on a numeric vector like maximum, minimum, sum. So I want to total them. I want to find out the maximum salary. Firstly, I want to print a maximum salary. Now I want to print the max function and the salary. So how we can do this? It is very simple. but it will use, okay, one more thing is also, I have converted this one non-numeric argument to the binary operation. So when we want to print this one, so if I'm just printing, listen, first thing, if I'm just printing this one, so you can see it is a maximum salary. But the thing is that I want to supply any text message. How? Like any text message, not to directly. So it is a numeric and it is a character. So how we can do this? So two things are different. So we have to use here a function. Function name is cat. Now I can print this particular thing. You can see the maximum salary is. Got it, class?
Little confusing.
Okay, not a problem. Actually, I want to print a message before this one because for better understand what is this one. We don't know what is 80,000 80 80000. I want to pass a message before this one like maximum salary is, and I want to print the same with the help of cat, and total salary is. Then if I want to execute entire code, you can see the total salaries and the maximum salaries. Got it?
Yes, sir. So is there like the cat is like the print?
Is it is a function just like a print, and
So on
yeah,
in which
continue.
condition do we use that cat? I mean, like,
because
what if we use the print there?
because the print is not able to concatenate this particular message to the numerical values.
Okay.
So it will print only the single message. So good. I hope you are getting my all the words related to the R programming, and R is a very two things. Both programming is very important nowadays. First one is Python and the second one is R. These are the two language, and you can do whatever you like in data science. The firstly you have to become a master on these two programming, and after that you can do any task, any work related to the data. And to start some data work, firstly we have to understand the basic syntax. Do not start directly to load the data and to visualize them.
Yes.
When we start some advanced work in a first class, so the most of the student getting confused, sir, what's going on? We are understanding the small thing like what is a data and how what is a vector, how we can print them, and how we can like use some basic things. And what is the difference between syntax? The syntax is little bit different. It is a Python syntax and it is a R programming syntax. Both language have their different scope. Now I want to find out the mean, median, and this one. Mean is just a average. So I want to find out the average of salary. Mean of salary is. So we have a mean function, just it is a statistical thing. And if I'm just passing here the salary, so you can see, just select them and try to execute. So it is the average of the above salary. Okay. So mean is the average of the salary. Now the next function is median. Median is a middle value. So median is middle and you can see, I'm just passing a wrong method. Median, sorry, median. So median. So basically, these are the built-in functions available in R programming for the statistical work. No need to create a different name. It is the median, middle value. But the middle value is not there. I repeat my word. If I'm just executing entire code, so what's going on? When the value is even, so it will print like 60, 60000, 70000, total them and divide by 2. And if the
Mhm.
value is,
Median.
yeah, median. I know, I think you know very well what is a median. Some Vijay and Srishe, are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. And Srishe, Vijay is not after. Good. Okay, now I'm just going to print the median. So median we know very well. If I'm just passing the even values, firstly it will arrange them, but the data is already arranged. It will give the value different now. Now the middle value is 70000. It is a thing. Got it, class?
Yes, sir.
Good. And if the value is even, then it will be total them and then divide by 2. That is the reason. And the where simple variance is a square of the difference between the mean. If you are not getting my point, so I can give the example what I'm going like want to teach you. You can see right now it is a median. When the value is odd, so the median is automatically find out. When we have median, when we have the even value, so it will first total them and divide by 2. So mode is a most repeated value, and what is a variance? So the difference all of them, and to find out the variance, this manner. It is a mean, and mean is 151. So we have to minus Vikas height. The 151 is 31. 161 minus 151 is 10. So these are the height. And after that, when the height will print, you can compare them, and to square it, then. So it is an internal process. When we are working with R, so no need to give the manual thing. We just have to pass cat variance is, where pass the salary. So how values far away from the salary? The salary difference is very high. I want to take some different
Yeah.
data for this one, because this variance is not understandable, because there are lots of variance like
So
3.7. So I want to calculate some other thing like age data, and age and height and weight, what kind of value we want to use here. We can also load some external file. This manner we can load the data. How we can do this? So we know very well we have a iris data set. We know very well we have a air quality. In air quality we have some this one. We know very well we have a orange data set. So we can load any data. I want to close them. So I want to take the health regarding data set. So it is, we have a lots of data sets, woman data. Now I want to load this woman data and read CSV woman dot. You can see data is not successful. You can give any name, because I have already passes the variable, same variable. So I have to check out the woman. W is small on a capital woman. Sorry, I have mentioned here a spelling mistake, so that is the reason. So the woman CSV file, where the data is going on. Just press Control Enter. You can see It is a console. Now I want to print only the height. Just press the dollar and press the height and just press the particular df. Now you can see I have fetches the data. I repeat my word, I have loaded a built-in data set in R that I'm just want to fetch out the particular column. Then I want to find out the mean and the variance. So to find out the mean, or you can check out the average, height is df dollar height. All of you are available in class? Get come back or not?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm here.
Okay. Kalen,
so
I think today you are just taking the class in office and now you are going to home.
Yeah, because they messed up my schedule. Yeah, I'm gonna be home earlier from now on.
Okay.
from where the
Yeah, Prem.
so from where we get that data? Like we just ran the data earlier. From there, we get the data from the human.
Yeah, and actually it is the data is already available in R Studio. No need to upload manually. It is a default data set, woman. And I want to load here in R Studio. Just type this code and just press Control Enter. You can see this. But I want to print out the entire data, so I can print the DF. Now I want to
Yeah, but
press this one.
yeah, when I do that one, like why it's not printing data for me?
Yeah, it is just simple two command to print your data.
Yes, no, I just did the same thing and tried to run that. Oh, I got it now.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
welcome. And after
I
that,
just ran that.
yeah,
Uh,
continue.
I just ran on the 54 on list. That's why it didn't come data. So when I run like both 54 and 55, it comes.
Okay, you can scroll them.
Yeah.
When the data is come, and we can also perform some data cleaning process. But now I want to perform some aggregation, data aggregation functions. So the height, I want to fetch out the particular column. So the df dollar height, I can easily fetch out the data here. Simple. Now I want to find out the average height. So it's just a simple, we can apply here the mean function, and the mean function automatically find out the average of your height. You can print here this one. But again, I repeat my word, the mean df salary height, the we cannot can concatenate, so otherwise I have to use the cat function.
Cat. So that
Yeah, please tell me.
so that DF dollar height, like that is just uh for us to know that like that's DF
Yeah,
dollar height or like
yeah, it is this data dollar height, the data is represent the particular height.
yeah. So we can make anything there.
Yeah,
No. So that is just for representing that's the height.
yeah, height.
It doesn't matter like whichever way that we can recognize that one we can put in that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can also recognize here, we can also print here the average of weight. I can
Mhm.
pass any message and the same weight. Now I can print again. You can print not to entire, you can directly print here. Just press Control Enter. It is the average of weight. The most of the people average weight is this one. It my data is saying this data because lots of the people it is a weight. Now the thing is that I want to use here something different. Variance. How I can use the variance? Or I can use here variance. So variance means how the value far away from the mean. So like someone is saying, sir, actually I got fail the 2 marks. So you far away 2 marks to reach your destination. So that's why we can find out the where of the df and df again the height. So we can perform to any. So it will find out the mean and the variance. So the average height is 65 and the difference of each people, the most of the people, the 20 is a variance. And now the standard deviation is a square root of the variance because the 20 is not good. So to pass here the SD, just press the simple. So it is a square root of the standard deviation. Got it, class? So the mean and the median and the variance and the standard deviation. Now I want to find out like there is any relation between the height and the weight. Yes, those people height is high, so the weight is also high. So the weight is depend on the height or not. So now I want to find out the correlation. Or you can say that the data relationship. Now correlation df dollar height comma df dollar weight. So the correlation is 99 means that there is a correlation because the weight depend on the height. So we have find successfully there is a correlation. Now it's a very suitable example for the statistician point of view in R. like someone is like doing job in manual work to implement the statistical formulas, and they just want to give the real example using the R. So these things are very good. Now sort is a function, like how value we want to print them simply, and you can print any value, df, height. So we have a value, but this value is not in a arranged manner. I want to sort out this one. Sort df dollar height. But now the data is not sorted. 58, 59, 60, 61. I think data is already sorted. Don't worry, I can pass our manual data, marks, like 60, 40, 80, 30, and the 65.
So we can change that one like ascending or descending order.
Yeah,
Might be we can sort by like descending or ascending order.
yeah, just a minute. Okay. So by default, it will be arrange the data in a ascending manner.
Mhm.
So it is a simple function right now. The sorting. Now, it is a simple arithmetic operation on numeric vector. Now, create a vector of p ratio, find out maximum, minimum, average, standard deviation of the value. Did you know vector in R programming language actually come in two parts, atomic vector and the list. So it is a matrix. A matrix is a vector represented and accessible in two dimensions. First one is A, so it is 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it is a just a matrix. So those value in a rows and column dimension, if I want to store them, so it is just a good example. How we can store this kind of information? You can see matrix can create a matrix from vector by setting one of its dimension. So we have a data vector. Now with the help of matrix, I want to convert into number of column 2. So now the number of column is 1 and the 2, and it will automatically converted and the split into the rows. And matrix is a function. So how we can do this? Stock price this one, and I want to print into the matrix. Go back to your screen. Now I want to ready matrix. Now create the stock price, any value, whatever you like. So these are the value. You can fill any value. Now I want to split into the matrix like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more value I want to print here. I'm just describing this 6 value. Now I want to again convert into the matrix M stock. You can take any value. Now take the matrix, pass your stock price and to pass number of column. Similar this manner. So I pass here number of column 2. So I want to pass here n col. So n col is a property which we can specify the number of column 2. When we specify that, then M stock this one. You can see it is a M stock. So now the data is split into the matrix. Got it, class? What is the difference between vector and the static? Anyone want to describe? Vijay and Srishay, you want to describe them? What is the difference between vector and the matrix? Anybody want to explain what is the difference between vector and the matrix? Okay, no? Okay, let me complete my first. So it is just a matrix. When creating a matrix, so we can specify the true. True means by row. The value are aligned row wise. Now the value is same, value is false. Now you can consider like this one, this one. So values arranged by this man 101. So it will convert it the row wide data into the column. So you can say that transpose also, or you can say that by row. By row. So you have to specify the by row true, not this one. Now try to execute. So all value by row till 6. How? Because but it will convert all row into the single. Now I want to say that we have to maintain n called 2 because the all values print into the this thing 1 2 something like that. Got it, class? So it is just inside some basic functions in a matrix and the vector to store value in a single row manner, but the matrix is more useful to store information in rows and column. We can also extract the entire number of row and number of row separately as follow. For number of row or maximum row of row, so row matrix obviously, so we will discuss later. Now I want to discuss the list. A list is a generic vector that is allowed to include different type of object. Now we have a list. So list create a list which combine various type of object. Now it is a one, it is again a vector, and again it is a vector. So list is a generic vector. It is also the data type or a data structure. Similar in a Python, we have list, set, tuple, dictionary. The similar in R, we have a list. Now the data type is list. Now data type is list. So I want to discuss here any data DD, and I'm passing here list. So I'm passing here 10, and again I'm passing here like James, and again I'm passing here Bob, and again on the second opinion I'm passing here Python, and again I'm passing here R program. So now,
Can you explain more about
yeah,
this one, the list one?
yeah. Now we have our list. List basically use we can pass multiple type of data. It can be numeric, and it I'm just passing here the vector again, and again I'm passing here the vector. Again you can pass some different value. When I print this one, so it will print value into this manner. When we want to print on the selected index number, it is index number 1, and this value store index number 2, and this value store index number 3. If I want to print the index number, I pass here this one. Now you can check only 10. If I'm just printing the DD2, the index number this one, James and Bob. Got it, class?
Yes, yes.
Okay, very good. So now it is the extract element by the index position. Now, named list. So obviously, we can give the name to the particular list, and we can also find out with the help of name. Named list. Same, I want to pass here the name, and same here I pass here the coding. It is a name. Now I want to print this one dt. So it is just a R programming, but I want to print only the name. So I can pass here name. You can print all the value by the name, not the index. Like if I'm just loading the two data set from the woman, and the height and the weight and some other data type. So I have passed here directly in the list, and we can concatenate all these things. So Callan and Sirisha Vijay, are you getting my point? Before the next class, complete all the works which I am discussing here. Now it is a thing. Now converting a list to a vector, how we can convert a particular list into the vector? So we have a class, we can just use the class to check out the type of the particular variable, and we can use a function name is list. Just a minute. So converting vector. So we can pass any value, list simply. I pass here only the list 40, 50, 60, 80, something manner. So it is a data. But now if I want to check out what is the thing, so we have a function name is class. So the spelling mistake, the class, so it is a list. If I want to unlist this one, so my lst2 and the function name is unlist. To pass here the my list, you can check the class mylst2. Okay, the mylst2 is not available, and this manner, and unlist and the list of expenses, and to give some different name. Okay, the my lst is not there. So now it become the numeric. Now it is not the list. So now I have covered the vector and the matrix and the list in R programming. Now the atomic vector, obviously list have three common property: type functions and length function and the attribute function. Now I want to discuss the factor in a data structure. So often referred to as categorical variable. Factor in R are stored as vector of integer value with a corresponding set of character value to use when the factor is displayed. Like low 2, medium 3, and the high is 1. Something manner. I have a value in a vector 10, 45, 65, 23. I want to convert this value into the factor. For value, I want to pass here the similar. To pass all value in a vector, it depend on you. So I pass here our data and value 40, 50, 60, 70 our data, and after that f data I want to pass out s dot factor our data and f data. So what is the thing behind this one? You can check. It is just only the simple thing, but the factor give the label to all this one. I can give the label as per my requirement on the next this one. How we can give the label? The factor give the we can supply some vector here, and we can convert into the numeric the factor above. Obviously, depend on us. Someone want to convert the s numeric, obviously. So, and I want to print here s dot numeric and f data, obviously. So it is a data by which we can convert into the simple manner. Simply the R data converted into the numeric like 1, 2, 3. It's just an index number. But now the next data type is very, very important in R programming. It is a data frame. And I will also discuss in a Python programming data frame to provide your data to the tabular format. It's all about the data structure. Class, if you're getting any problem, so you can discuss with me. Now it is a data frame. A data frame represents a set of data with a number of rows and columns. So it is just a table. We have a data in a just a column wise, and it is a just a row. So the data frame represents data into the number of rows and column. It is a nice example of this one. I have created a age and the name. So we have the 5 people age, we have 5 people name, and we have income and on house and the my data set. Now with the help of data.frame, I have passes all this one. Now to check out the my data set, just simple data.frame. I want to create only the age, name, and address. So age 26, 28, 25, and the 60. Now I'm passing here the name. So it is just a data frame, age, name, and data dot frame to pass here. You can supply some address also. If I'm passing here the same, you can see. Now I have created a data set. Now it is a perfect example of this data frame. You can also create this kind of data sets as per your requirement. Now the matrix also we can create them. When we create a matrix, then after we can create a frame. Obviously it depends on us. Firstly, now I want to create the matrix. Similar this data set, if you want to create the matrix first, obviously just try to create mtx matrix, and firstly not to pass the directly matrix, to give the name of the vector, and just pass this one. I have created a matrix earlier, so it is just a matrix which I have discussed earlier. I want to just copy them. So it is a matrix which I have discussed earlier, but this matrix I want to convert it into the tabular format. So with the help of DD and data dot frame and to pass the MS stock. Now to print DD. It is a perfect example of this one. Now the data in frame some different manner. Now you can see we have the value in different. Now the above is matrix. Matrix represent the data into the index number, but it is a tabular format. The data frame provide the tabulation and to convert the data in rows and column. Obviously, so these are the thing which I have discussed. Because in this class I have covered, I want to give you the clue from the starting. In this class, I have covered first thing the variables, the basic type of variable, how we can check out the type with the help of the type of functions. And after that, I have find out the data like true and false and some conditions, how we can check some existing data available in R Studio. After that, I have created the vector. It is a vector and we apply some aggregation function on a vector. Then after apply some aggregation, we learn the matrix. Matrix store the information into the matrix format, or we can find out with the help of index. It is a list. In a list, we can supply another type of data structures and the converting list into vector, obviously, and the factor is also to pass out some labels and the data frame to show the data in a tabular format. So one thing is also there like this naming row column of data because we have covered till this one and we start these things in a next class. Now any question which you want to discuss with me? Now is your time.
No, sir, it's a lot of information.
Okay.
It's a lot of information. Oh goodness.
Okay. So today, tomorrow class on the same time, I will start this topic again. Some new things in R programming. I hope you will complete all this technical work from the next class. Okay. Now it's your time to for sleep, and I will start my day. Okay, Prem and Srisha, have you any problem?
No, sir. We are going on that one. It's really hard to catch up all the thing.
But the practice makes better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like when we follow with you, like it's just easy.
Yeah.
But once not, then it's crazy.
I
It's
start
just
everything whichever I whatever I discuss in the class. I will start from the scratch and to till to advance.
yeah. I mean, like yes, sir. So I mean, like whatever you are doing here, I'm just following with you in my another laptop. So I'm just getting, oh, okay, this is this. So
Okay.
it helps me, and I just need more practice because I have to know like what to do in data frame what to do in these things, so I have to know.
Okay. I hope you are like getting the importance of this one with the help of the syntax. If we familiar with the syntax, so we can do anything regarding the data in our programming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now thank you very much for joining this class. I'll see you in the next class on the same time. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you
sir,
so
for your
much,
time.
Professor. Please share us the syntax.
Okay.